Well, hello everybody, and thanks for joining me tonight on this live share. Today I'm diving into the subject deeper and deeper, into the emotions, into the mind, dealing with fear, because fear is the root of all negative emotion, and it's the root of pain, I believe. I had an experience myself where I did some emotional processing this week because of a personal event that happened, and it resulted in me getting some headaches on the right frontal side up here, and also I had some nausea with that, and that went on for several days, in fact about 3 days. But I took the opportunity, rather than going for the Tylenol or just simply meditating to try and fix it, I decided to ask the question, well, why is this here? And I discovered and realized, this is connected to the big stress that's in my life right now. And so I decided to dive into that and sit with it. And it ties in very nicely with a new publication by Alan Gordon and Howard Schubiner and one other researcher in JAMA Psychiatry. That was the first. So it was several weeks ago, I think it was produced. And it's all about pain reprocessing therapy. So you've got to reprocess the pain and the belief systems around it. So I decided to dive into this, and it was really interesting what came up, because then I was able to relate my experience to patients as they came in. And I've had chronic pain on 3 different occasions now over the last 20 odd years, and always had resolution of it due to different physical treatments like diet change, deep tissue massage, and also with experiencing joy. But this time I dived into more of an emotional connection with this, because the leaders in the world on the subject clearly state that we can go pain-free when we actually deal with our emotions. So why not do this perfect week? All these things are happening. So I'm just going to share with you 3 things that I focus on now with my clients, my patients, to really allow them that opportunity to dive deeper into the pain, into the reasons for the pain. And the first thing I suggested was look at any frustrations you've got. Frustrations with pain, well, that's pretty easy. You may have lost your job, your quality of life is less, your relationships are affected negatively, and on and on and on. And anybody with chronic pain knows that this is a reality every single day. Okay, so this is an opportunity to look at any frustrations going on in your life. Or you can look at the fears. Now, fears are a little bit deeper. The commonest one that came up was, I have a fear that this pain will never go away. Nothing worse than the concept that your pain will never go away. Other fears are, well, I've got this diagnosis and that's just the way it is. They can't change what an X-ray says about arthritis, for example. So these can be fears that are deep-seated. And fears come from a variety of different sources. They may come from yourself. They may come from something you witnessed as a child. They may come from something you witnessed on TV or in real life. So these are deep-seated fears that if you don't know what your fears are, just ask the question, what are my fears about this pain? Now the third approach is deeper than fear, and it's a self-rooted belief. Now beliefs and thoughts are kind of the same thing. Repetitive thoughts become beliefs, which then go on to produce fear. So the beliefs could be coming from other sources as well. Maybe it's from your parents, something you witnessed growing up. Your mum had fibromyalgia, therefore you're now 30 or 40 and you've got chronic pain, therefore you've got fibromyalgia. Or we're told 30 years ago that you had an accident, and then 30 years later you'll get arthritis, and lo and behold, you've got arthritis. Or you had a surgery that didn't work, and that belief is, well, I'll never get better. Medications are not working, and there's not much you can do about that. You've tried all the medications. What do you do about that? So you get the belief that, well, there's nothing can help me. So there's these 3 F's that I encourage people to look at. And the key thing is this, is when you dive into the emotional response to this and you feel like crap, you know, you feel anxious, you feel angry, you know, you maybe feel really sad or depressed. Somebody today was talking about how much fear they've got about doing this work because of the depression. These are really real fears, but they're emotional responses. So the work here to process this is to feel it. Just feel the feelings that you've got along with those thoughts, fears, and frustrations. Now, if it's a simple thing, it could just take a couple of minutes. If it's a deep-seated thing that's been there for decades, it could take weeks and weeks. So obviously you're not going to work on that all the time. But, you know, if you relate back to the fear, false belief, or frustration periodically through your day or through the week, you can process this. So that would be my encouragement if you're interested in looking at deeper emotional triggers and emotional causes of pain. So if you don't know where to start, just start with frustrations, because they're fairly easy to identify, and then just work at the deeper things of fear and false beliefs as well. So I hope that has given you some insight into different ways of dealing with this. You know, if you're feeling really stressed with this work, obviously you need professional help. That's great. Go and get a counsellor, talk to your psychologist, talk to your MD or your naturopathic doctor or your nurse practitioner, whoever's looking after you. It's important to make sure that you're safe in this environment. But that would be my encouragement. If it's something you could easily, if it is something you can do yourself, get on and do it and feel the feelings. Okay, so there we go. That's my little share tonight. And what are your comments about this? Please get back to me. If you're on the Facebook Healing Chronic Pain group, that's a Dr. Wayne Phimister. Write your comments about today's share. If you're on YouTube, give us a question, click like, and join the group. And if you're on Instagram, again, give me some comments. Hello there, everybody tonight who's joined me. It's good to see familiar names once again. Okay, so thanks so much. You have a great evening, wherever you are, and I look forward to next week's live share once again. Take care. Bye. Thanks for joining the course. I look forward to seeing you next time.